Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today, I'm excited to be talking to you specifically Amazon and e-commerce sellers on the one foundational habit that I've seen separate successful e-commerce sellers from unsuccessful e-commerce sellers. And so today is actually going to be a portion. I actually did a webinar for the Proven Amazon course, the whole community of that course, on 5 foundational habits. But today I wanted to bring you the number one most important habit that I've seen be the most impactful thing for sellers to become successful on Amazon. And I'm super excited to go into it, not just from an arbitrage and replens perspective, but also from a wholesale perspective and a private label perspective. Now, if you're interested in checking out that whole webinar and you're interested in the Proven Amazon course at all, I have a link for you. It's at bit.ly/PAC course, PAC. COURSE. You can get the link in the description, but that is where I did the full length webinar. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the one foundational habit for Amazon and e-commerce success. All right, so the number one foundation for getting success from an Amazon and e-commerce perspective is first and foremost consistent action. Now, this is going to apply for arbitrage and wholesale and private label. And so I've broken this up into whatever type of seller that you are. Here are the activities that I believe you need to take consistent action on as you're going through this. If you see some that you believe should also be added to the list, comment below so we can help out all the other sellers. But the reason why this is so important is because as we try to start our own side hustle, as we start to try our own side businesses that hopefully will grow into a full-time income, as I've seen so many people do on Amazon and in e-commerce in general, it can be easy to get discouraged. It can be easy to start looking at the bigger picture versus looking at those specific activities that actually drive your business forward. I know in my own business, I get easily distracted with a bunch of different side hustle opportunities. There's so many different ways to make money, and I cover a lot of those side hustle opportunities on my channel. You can check those out on some of the other videos, but I don't want you to get distracted if you are doing an Amazon business model and you're trying to push forward to grow your business, to grow your income, and to make a true full-time income out of this. And so the very first thing that I want to recommend is that you focus on your activities and not on the sales numbers. If you're in any Amazon or e-commerce community, you probably see success stories. And if you're not seeing those success stories, you need to find a community that's posting them so that you know other people are having success in that business. But as you see those come through, you start to see that, okay, people are having success. Maybe they're hitting $10,000 months or $50,000 months or $100,000 months and beyond. And that can be discouraging for many newer sellers that are trying to get off the ground and they're not seeing the sales numbers because they haven't done enough of the activities. But ultimately, in their head, they've been working so hard. The hardest part about any business is getting it off the ground, learning all of the ins and outs, packing products, of purchasing products, of shipping them, of learning how Amazon works and the different platforms that you might be selling on works. That's the hardest part. And so they see all this work they're putting in, but they're not seeing the results that other people are putting out on the social media networks or whatever you're checking to see those success stories. And so what I want you to do is realize that as you are starting your Amazon or e-commerce businesses, that you should be focusing on key activities and taking consistent action first. Don't look at the sales numbers that you're getting. Set aside a set period of time, whether it's 6 months or 1 year, whatever it may be, and say, I am dedicating myself to hit these activities in my business because I know that if I'm hitting those activities, then the sales numbers will follow after that. Because if you are solely focused on the sales numbers, you're going to miss out on actually taking the proper activities that you need to do to become successful. And so for arbitrage and wholesale, there are some consistent themes that I highly recommend that you focus on in 2023 and beyond, because these are the things, the activities that you can control that allow you to get success from a sales perspective if you're purchasing the right products. The other thing with this focus on activities, not sales numbers, is you can't control the buy box. You can't control if Amazon checks in your inventory. You can't control returns. So your sales numbers are technically out of your control. What are in your control are the activities that drive those sales numbers. So the first one that I recommend, if you're doing arbitrage, replens, wholesale, whatever it might be, you need to focus on is finding new products. In this business, you're going to have a turnover of products. Even if you're doing exclusives with wholesale or you're doing any type of private label, there will be a turnover of products. So you need to have a dedicated set period of time to finding new products in your business. That may be 1 day a week. That may be a set period of time every day of the week. It really depends on how much time that you have available to do these specific activities. But finding new products is key. What I don't want to see, and I see this happen, is people will get a base of replenishable products, things that they're buying and selling over and over again, and then they kind of rest on their laurels. They'll sit back and say, look at this business I built. It's providing for me. I'm excited. I can just continue to reorder and I don't have to look for new products anymore. That could not be further from the truth. We want to make sure that you're consistently looking for new products so that you can continually feed the beast of Amazon and other e-commerce platforms and continue to grow your business, because as other products fall off, you need to be adding more than the products that are falling off and out of your business, especially if you're doing arbitrage or non-exclusive wholesale where the turnover is much higher. Now, the second thing that you want to look at is restocking. Now, I know I just mentioned that you don't want to just focus on restocking, but it is an important piece of the business model. Whether you're doing arbitrage, wholesale, or private label, honestly, it matters for all of them. You need to be forecasting what you need to purchase. You need to purchase the items that you believe will sell over a 30, 60, or 90-day period, and you need to be buying those things. So you can't allow your search for new products to take away from your ability to restock your existing inventory. That it can be detrimental as well. That's what a lot of arbitrage businesses are starting out as, is they'll go out, they'll look for clearance deals, liquidations, just deals that they can find at different places, and they don't focus on the restocking portion. And so they constantly hit a plateau of maybe $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month because they're not able to restock their old inventory. So you need to set aside time to restock those products. Now, if you're doing arbitrage or wholesale, I personally use and recommend and have created, just as a side note, Replen Dashboard to help with that. So it's replendashboard.com if you're interested in checking out the software I created and have used and have so many sellers currently using. But that will help you keep your arbitrage and wholesale inventory in stock. If you're doing private label, check out a different software. That's not the software for you. But arbitrage and wholesale, Replen Dashboard is where it's at, in my opinion. Again, I'm a little biased. The next thing that you want to focus on in the arbitrage and wholesale model is the prep and ship piece. You obviously can't make sales and can't make money unless you're prepping and shipping products, sending them into Amazon, allowing Amazon to check them in and sell them to their customers. So as you can see, there are key activities that you need to focus on throughout each and every week. Personally, I would recommend, if you're brand new, set aside time each day. Maybe it's Mondays you source new products, Tuesdays you look at restocking, Wednesdays you prep and ship, or whatever days work for you. And then you've got these days set aside that will be consistently a routine that you can hit and meet. Now, if you are full-time in the business or you're more experienced, then you could technically set aside a portion of every day for these things, or you could continue to have days just dedicated to these specific activities. The next activity that you have to look out for is daily Amazon management. You do not want to let this go multiple days without checking your Amazon account, checking your IP issues or account health issues. You want to make sure that you're checking your payments. If you can disperse your payments on a daily basis, then do that, because you don't want to trust Amazon to hold your money for longer than they should be allowed to. Some sellers can't do daily disbursements, so if you can't, I apologize. But if you can, do that every day. Check your cases, check customer feedback. You need to look at these daily tasks. It might take you 5 minutes if there's no account health issues to handle. But if you have account health issues to handle, it might be 30 minutes or an hour or longer, depending on what the issue is. But you still need to be on top of these things. Amazon really rewards people that are active and that respond quickly, and that are active and consistent in sending in more products on a regular basis. And so I want to make sure that you don't forget about the consistent action for managing your actual Seller Central account. Now, the next thing and the last thing is repricing. I have a whole playlist on different repricers I recommend and demos on different repricers, whether it's BQool or Aura or Profit Protector Pro, and I'm looking to do more in the future. The links for those are below if you're interested in getting discounts or getting extended trials. They are affiliate links, but repricing is super important. If you're brand new, you do not need a repricer yet, although it can help. I highly recommend getting one after you get 100 active SKUs and just allowing that software to do it for you on a regular basis. But you need to make sure that you're checking your repricing daily. More preferentially, if you're using a software, it would be every 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on the plans that you purchase for your own business. But these are the 5 different activities that are important for managing from an arbitrage and wholesale perspective. Now, additionally, if you're doing wholesale, the next piece that I would add is also contacting suppliers. Now, I have a 5-part series on YouTube. I'll make sure to link it somewhere above or in the description below. There's a whole series I did on YouTube for contacting suppliers, handling objections, going through the products, etc. So I recommend watching that, because if you are doing wholesale, you will want to be contacting suppliers on a daily basis, whether it's through email, through phone calls, whatever it might be. It could just be one a day if you're brand new and you're trying to get going. Obviously, the more you can do, the better success rate that you're going to have growing your business. But contacting suppliers is extremely important to add into those other pieces if you're doing wholesale. Now, from a private label perspective, obviously, there is an importance of making sure that you're buying products and sourcing new products that might fit your customer market, restocking products and repricing, as well as Amazon management. But private label has a few other caveats as well. First, if you're doing ads, you need to check your ad spend, your return on your ad spend, how your ads are performing. I recommend doing that on a daily basis. If it's brand new, you can let it run for about 7 days to 2 weeks potentially before you really dive into the details of it. But you want to be checking your ad spend on a consistent basis so that you're not just overly spending money on ads that aren't performing. That is something that is key. I recommend doing it daily. Some people may back off of that and say every 3, 4, 5 days, or maybe every week. Personally, to me, I would check it daily. The next piece is creating profit partnerships. If you can send out an email or a few emails each day, trying to partner up with other complementary brands that you can run promotions with, or trying to partner up with social media influencers and create profit partnerships that way, that is something that can skyrocket your growth. It can skyrocket how much you're selling on Amazon and the actual quality of your brand as a whole. So creating profit partnerships is a huge component to selling private label products. You don't have to do this, but it can double and triple and 10x your business if you get the right partners, especially if you're getting multiple of the right profit partnerships to help your business grow and help theirs too. This isn't a one-way street. If it's a profit partnership, that means you're helping them and they're helping you, and you can create more sales, more money almost out of thin air. If you've got people promoting your products for you, they're getting a cut, or you're also promoting your products or their products for them, then this can be a huge piece to growing your private label business or businesses as you move forward. The next piece is community growth. I believe this is something that needs to be focused on if you want a successful private label brand to be sold off in the future. Having a community can not only help you get more sales, but it can help add to the value of your business. Let's say you sell off your private label brand in 5 years and you've got a community of 20,000 people on Facebook that you are interacting with and answering questions for and helping, and there's a true community that you can create additional revenue streams from. That community growth makes a huge impact in the valuation of the business, as well as in the different products you can launch and all of the extra benefits that come from having an audience that truly loves you and cares about your brand. Now, those are the main things that I recommend doing. I know I said that this was the one foundational habit for Amazon and e-commerce success, and I mentioned a lot of different stuff depending on the type of seller that you are. But the foundational habit is being consistent with your activity, continuing to look at the right activities that drive your business forward, that drive the growth of your company. You're not looking at all these distractions, all these other courses, all this other advice that doesn't add to your bottom line, doesn't add to the actual growth of your business. You're not getting distracted by other people's sales numbers. You are actively and consistently pursuing the growth in your business by pursuing the right activities that lead to the sales numbers and the growth that you want. So hopefully this list of items that I did for arbitrage, wholesale, and private label will give you great ideas for what you can implement into your business. If you have any other ones, comment below so that we can all learn and share and grow together. Maybe I can make separate videos on those as well. But ultimately, I hope that this video helped you and blessed you. If you're interested in checking out the Proven Amazon course, where I went through 5 foundational habits, not just the one, then you can go to bit.ly/pack course. That is listed below in the description. It's PACCOURSE if you're looking for that link. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this helped you and blessed you. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.